important session. Uh, Today we have the resource person to conduct this session, Mr. Ranil Peris, Senior Lecturer attached to the Department of Information Technology, Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce. Ranil sir, thank you very much for accepting the invitation and volunteering to do this session based on your long years of experience and knowledge in this area. On behalf of the Director of the Staff Development Center, Professor Samanyapa, once again, I would like to thank the resource person for accepting our invitation. And I think this session can be a very interactive session with the participation of your uh, interactive experience sharing with the knowledge shared by the resource person. I hope you will have an enjoyable and fruitful session in next few hours. Thank you. Ranil sir, it's over to you.
Thank you, Rishang. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can, sir.
We can.
Okay, good morning, and I again thank you for arranging this workshop for the SDC. Actually, this is the first session. We have scheduled 3 sessions, but I would like to introduce this as a kind of a work meeting rather than a kind of a lecture or seminar. The reason is if we discuss about flipped classroom, I guess majority of our staff members know about the flipped classroom. But the problem is if we ask how they use, then there can be an issue between the knowledge and the application. Therefore, today actually we have a problem because the Senate will start 11 o'clock. It's scheduled at evening, but therefore I will try to cover within 1 hour. But again, today target is to discuss basic things and also preparing a plan for your. You can select a topic, and then we can prepare a plan to create conduct it as a flipped classroom activity, other than just discuss tools and things, right? Then, but I will give you an overview since we may have different ideas or opinion about flipped classrooms. If you read 2 articles, probably those 2 authors can introduce flipped classroom from different angles, right? Therefore, we don't need to agree with all these things, right? But we should have a kind of a common understanding about the basic things. Then I prepared a presentation and I will share it with you. And also I created some resources. But first, I will go through the first few slides and then we can start a discussion. The first is I will try to cover these things, right? First, a brief discussion about a flipped classroom concept, and then why we should use, and then how to implement or plan. First plan and then implement, and then what LMS tools can be used in the flipped classroom. Then finally, based on the time, we can prepare, we can select a topic. For example, like I also prepare a plan today, right? Then I think it is better. Then we can prepare our own plan. We can select a topic and plan today. Then the next session we can arrange. If there's a possibility, we would like to conduct it as a kind of a face-to-face session in a computer center. Then actually we can work and develop our session plan following the flipped classroom concept. I will skip this first link and then come back later. First, I have only one slide to explain the concept, main concept. Normally what we do, we give some materials before. We have share recommended text and maybe it can be a slideshow. But normally, mainly what we do in the classroom, we talk and we sometimes we show or we demonstrate materials, right? But in the flipped classroom, thereafter we do homeworks, right? In the flipped classroom, the flip means we have changed what we do in the classroom and what the students do in the home, right? Then in the flipped classroom, before come to the session or a lecture, we give students a set of material and activities. Right? In some authors discuss videos, but I think it is better to discuss as materials and activities. Then we can discuss in detail later. Thereafter, when students come to the classroom, then they involve in discussions. And also lecturer can give a kind of a brief overview. And they involve in cognitive activities rather than just listening to the lecturer's explanations. Thereafter, again, we can arrange activities to assess by themselves. Now here you can see when we talk about the process, then the students do before class, we call the pre-class activities, in-class activities and post-class activities. Then as we know, we have large numbers in our lectures. And also when we talk about the pre-class activities and post-class activities, we don't have contact with the students. Therefore, we have to use IT or technology. Actually, these LMS and not only Moodle, all learning management systems have so many tools that we can use to create this kind of learning environment. But unfortunately, most of the time, we just use it as a kind of a one-way communication tool to share presentation, etc. Again, I will discuss it later. Then we can discuss first, again briefly, why we should use a flipped classroom, why we should change. The first thing is, these days we talk about student-centered learning, not just students come to class as passive listeners and write down or involve with, they do some activities. I don't undermine our current teaching and learning, we do, but always it is appreciate if we can increase the level of student centered activities. Then I think all of us have idea about the importance of the student-centered learning. Then I will skip this. I included, if there are someone need, they can go through and understand, right? Okay, but this is the most important. Now here you can see it says revised edition of the digital Bloom's taxonomy. Now here you can see normally what we do in the class when we go through our slides or presentations, or when we talk or explain, students involve remembering and understanding type of activities in classroom. Then we give some homeworks, but these are kind of applying and analyzing level activities. But we don't have proper interaction and we cannot give a proper feedback, right? Now here you can see, if we can implement this flipped classroom concepts, we can shift or we can flip that part, the remembering and understanding part as a homework. We can give students to read, or we can discuss about what kind of resources we can create using LMS. Then when they come to the class, we can prepare activities to apply and analyze the knowledge they have. Then we can go for a kind of a higher level. That is the, I think this is the most important concept in the flipped classroom concept. And also, you know, about the notional hours. Actually, I am not happy about the way I am using notional hours. Although there are notional hours, it is a question we give a kind of a effective guide how to study or how to spend these notional hours. But if we can conduct sessions based on the flipped classroom, then we can use effectively these notional hours. And also we have so many resources now. Then when we give pre-activities or pre-class activities, then we can use these resources. For example, in the management faculty, we have about 550 pre-books. Then when we create activities, so classes, we can use these resources. Right now, then how to implement a flip classroom? Then we have to use the term blended learning. When we talk about blended learning, sometimes we confuse with just integrate technology. For example, we use LMS to conduct MCQ exams, right? Actually, it is not a kind of a blended learning. What we do, instead of we give a paper with a pen and pencil, then student mark questions, answers, right? We automate that part. It is not a kind of a true blended learning. The blended learning is we have to include some new activities, or we have to mediate computers in the learning process. Again, I think these concepts already discussed several times in teaching method courses. Therefore, I will skip this video also. Now here, I think all of our staff members, they have a very good knowledge about the content, subject knowledge. There is no doubt about the subject knowledge. Then when we recruit, we introduce a course. It is a mandatory to teach about pedagogical knowledge, how to the teaching methods. In the teaching methods, even we know the teaching methods, when we go to implement them, we need the technology. Therefore, I think this model, I like it explained the importance of balance these three things. I think this, when we go to flipped classroom, when we go to implement flipped classroom, we can balance these three. Yes. Okay. Right. Now, this is also kind of a general picture I used in my sessions. Right now, here you can see so many softwares or systems, right? And then when we go to the higher level, then we can see we have to use, there are specific tools, right? Then now today, what we are going to discuss, how to select, or first how to plan a flipped classroom and how to select suitable tools to implement the selected concept. Now, this is the model I selected to discuss about how to implement flipped classroom. The first step is define content scope, learning objectives, and instructional strategies. And then we can prepare and share with the students the pre-class content and then pre-class activities. It is very important to identify these two types of step 2 and 3. In some models, they discuss only this pre-class content. Then the student will not motivate if there are only kind of materials. Therefore, we should include some activities. Thereafter, we can conduct in-class activities. And thereafter, we have to prepare post-class activities. And then finally, you evaluate and get an evaluation and assessment. actually now I will first explain again this process briefly, and thereafter I will introduce the Moodle tools. What tools are available, and then we can discuss what tools can be used in these steps, and thereafter we can go for the plan. Right, first define content, scope, learning objectives. I think most of the these activities we have prepared when we prepare course curricula. But here, if we are going to use a flipped classroom concept, then we have to redesign or change something in the scope, learning objectives, and instructional strategies. For example, normally we plan our teaching activities as seminars or lectures. Then when we go to implement or use flipped classroom, then we have to change that mode into preparing instructional videos or self-study guidelines, or we have to prepare some materials. And then during the classroom, then we have to conduct maybe case study discussions, or maybe debates, or maybe problem-based learning activities. Therefore, in the step 1, we should have a kind of an overview of what we are going to do. Then these should be aligned with the learning objectives. I think it is better to prepare a plan rather than just discuss. Therefore, I will go through, and then we can work together, and then we can prepare. At least we can try to start the preparing a plan, and then we can discuss the issues in these issues, so we can share experience. Right, then prepare pre-class content. When we say content, it's like only learning material. For example, we can prepare video, or we can share a research article, or we can prepare a specific guide about our topics. Now here, I have included a list, but later we can discuss. This is only few examples. There are many tools in LMS we can use to create pre-class contents, right? Some contents are interactive content. For example, the lesson tool. And then pre-class activities. In the activities, for example, when we share video, we consider it as a content. Then if we create a questionnaire, then when students go through the questionnaire, when they paste the questionnaire, it is a kind of activation. These activities motivate the students, and then also they can assess. Before come to the class, they can assess, and they can decide to read or study more material. Then the step 4, the conduct in-class activities. This is the most important part. Then what kind of activities we should focus? Again, here also we have to plan, and we have to choose activities depend on the objectives. We cannot give a kind of a specific guide about this type of activity is the best, right? Instead, then I will show you all the type of activities in Moodle, and then you can decide what tool is more suitable for your activities. And then actually you can share your experience if you have already used these tools. Then again, there is no kind of a rule or specific way. Here you can see in the when we conduct classes, if we need, we can get about 10 minutes to give an overview, or we can review pre-class activities, or we can give kind of questions or review quizzes. Then it will help students to getting into the subject, and also then they can then otherwise sometime they come to the classroom, and if they just go to the activities, they don't have clear idea about the activities. In class activities, it should try to use active learning activities. For example, now if we discuss about a topic, now they have knowledge about the remembering activities and understanding activities. Then we can give an assignment to apply that knowledge. Then again, these activities will depend on the topic. Right. Right. Then the step, the fifth step, post-class activities. Now, when we conduct several activities, maybe group discussions, peer learning activities, student may have doubt about their understanding. Right. Therefore, again, we can use technology to create post-class activities to assess their knowledge, and also they can involve with more activities. And the last step is evaluation and assessment. We can use both the assessment types, summative and formative assessment, based on the discussed topics. And then the evaluation is, it is very important. When first time when we conduct a class, probably we are also new, and the student also new, then we cannot expect a change. Therefore, we have to change if it does not work as we assume. But it is better if we conduct a few sessions and then change according to the students' feedback. Now, these are the 6 steps. Now, what LMS tools can be used in the flipped classroom? Then rather than just going through these slides, I think it is better we can take few minutes. I have prepared a course in the staff development LMS. I can share this link. Then you can go to yes, again, we have issue. I think all of you don't have accounts in the SDC, right? If you have an account, then you can log in using your username and password. Otherwise, I will share this this sheet, right? Right. Now you can see there is a username and password. It is very simple. Temp1 and temp1 is the password, right? First, I will give you this. This is a Google sheet. I will share this Google Sheets with you. Please click on this sheet and then, but only if you don't have account in the SDC, right? Then you can select, if you need, you can select and you can type your name. Then others will not use that username and password. You can just type your name. If someone is editing, you can see the cell has highlighted. Then please select a new one. Or there are about 99 shades, right? You can just type part of your name. Then we know you have someone has selected that. Right. I will show you the LMS. It is. I will type here ext. This is the LMS, right? This is the LMS, ext LMS. We use management faculty. Temporary, we use this LMS. You can click on this link, and then when you click on this link, then you will redirect to this page, right? Right. Now you can use your username and password, right? Once you select the username and password, you can enter. Both are same. If you select temp1, username and password, right? Then when you log into the system, right? I will select temp100 and temp100. Right. When you log in, you can skip this tour option, right? Tour option. Sorry, please give me 1 minute. I forgot to. Right now, when you log in, now you can see a course in your Right. Now, when you log in, you can see sorry, I have done a mistake. I have enrolled you in a course that is not relevant. I will remove, I will unenroll it later. Give me 1 minute, then I can. Right. Now I enroll in the correct course. Therefore, now when you, if you go to the dashboard, right? If you go to the dashboard, now you can see this course using Moodle activities to create a flipped classroom, right? Now here you can see this course. Or otherwise, I will show you the path. When you click the dashboard, then you can see there's a message. Sorry, if you can't see this, you can click the site home, and then from the site home, click USDP Staff Development Center or SDC. Here, the last course, using Moodle activities to create a flipped classroom. It is the link for that course. Then click on the link, then you can go to the course, right? Now the first slide about this, but the first link is for the presentation. Then later you can, if you need, you can download it later. Right, now here, right, before it start the discussion, please, you can unmute and explain if you have any issue to join this class or this course, right?
Ranil sir, we got to the correct site, but I don't know about the other people who used the given password by you. I used my password given by the SDC center earlier. It worked, and I'm almost there, right? So
Okay,
it's better
thank you.
about the other people who use the temporary password.
Yeah, Rani said it's working. I mean, I used the temporary password and the username you given us, so it's working.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Right, now we can wait about 1 or 2 minutes. Now I will, I will be here, but since the Senate start 11 o'clock, I will try to complete the main discussion. Then I can stay here and we can discuss if we have any other issues, right? Okay, right now I will take only about maybe 5 minutes to just introduce these tools. You know, we conducted many sessions about introducing these learning tools, right? It needs about maybe few hours, but here, as I said at the beginning, today we are going to do kind of activity, and then our target is end of these 3 sessions. We can create, we can plan and conduct, prepare learning environment to conduct a pre-classroom, right, for a selected topic. Then here you can see, later you can come and see what are these tools. I have given a brief introduction, and also here you can see Moodle activities. There are videos. Then if I think most of these tools activities are familiar to you, right? But I am also not 100% use all these tools, right? Therefore it is and also we don't need to use all these tools. Therefore it is kind of a ways if I try to explain all these tools, right? Then but if you have an issue later, I can help you. Now here you can see, I can show you one example. Only this the power of these tools. Wiki, you know, Wikipedia, Wikimedia, right? Many people can edit, right? If you can go to the wiki, collaborative learning, right? Collaborative learning, right? There is an activity named 10 elements of student-centered learning. 10 elements of student-centered learning, right? Can you click on this link and you can click edit, right? Edit, then you can add something, right? If someone can add, maybe we don't need a kind of a correct answer. You can just type something. I will type my name, right? Here. Then I will show you. Right now, here I can see the Ranil Peiris. If you can, please try to edit this activity. This is a wiki tool, right? When you go to the class, then you can see the third section, collaborative learning, right? Right. Okay. I will show you from my my other browser, right? When I go to this wiki is as I explained, when I click here, now you can see if when someone edit, we can see the content, right? But the powerfulness of this wiki tool is when we go to the history, right? Then we can see who has contributed to this this page. Now here, if I click the version 1, actually I can see the editor name is temp88. I use the other browser, right? If someone edit, then we can see what they have contributed. This is only simple example. And also, okay, yes, I think there's a message only one can edit at a time. Okay, yes, I think now the problem is there are many people, therefore it has logged, right? Yes, thank you for the message. Then I will show you another thing from our course. Now here you can see, this is I will turn off sound, it is not important here, right? Now here you can see I use active presenter, right? Active presenter, instead of a one video, kind of like a just normal video, this is an interactive video. This tool is free. Now you can see when we have a 2-hour lecture, if we can give a kind of a menu, right, then it is more convenient for the students. Then it can motivate. He can just, if he can skip some places or some topics. Now here, I just want to show only. Now I will right. Now I will skip the introduction of these tools, right? But I think we have about 15 minutes, then we can go to the most important part. But I will again show one by one. There are many tools. We can use Wiki for collaborative learning. Feedback, we can get feedback from the students. This is, we can discuss in the next session. If we need, we can spend some time and specifically how we can use this tool, right? This can be used as a post class activity, or to evaluate, we can use feedback. The forum, we can use this to peer collaboration, right? Students can discuss about topics and also ask questions. There are different type of different forum types. And database, we can give, we can collect ideas from students, and also they can share ideas. The books, these are interactive books. Here you can see online. This is a book like we can read, and also we can ask some questions, and based on the answer, we can redirect student to different section. For example, based on the score, students, we can decide whether students go to the next topic or whether students should read the previous section. Right, then glossary, we can just add, we can create a glossary. And then lessons also kind of interactive. It's like a book, but it has more interactive options. Assignments, I think this is familiar. We can collect assignments from our students. This is the most powerful one. For qualitative assignments, we can assign students to mark. I think I conduct a session, but this is the most powerful, especially for qualitative type or essay type assignments, right? Then survey, we can get a reflection. There are many tools, but now I will stop since I can just go through. But I believe you know at least some of these tools, right? Then the next is actually kind of activity. I prepared a Google Sheet, right? I prepared a Google Sheet. Right, I can skip this slide. This is the last one. Right now, we can take I had a plan to spend about 30 minutes, but now we have about only 12 minutes, but I will stay here as I explain. Now, shall we try to plan a flip classroom activities? Actually, I am also going to select one of the topic that I am going to conduct in next semester. Then, instead of just talking about tools and how to use and kind of a technology integration, now we can spend time. I prepared a Google form. You can come later and edit. Therefore, we can start it. I will share the link, right? Please use your university email address, right? Your library, your university email address. Then you can come back later and update, right? But we can try to complete maybe at least few steps. I entered the link in the chat box, right? It is not a kind of a survey or questionnaire, right? I will show you it is this one, right? The first one is you can take a time by maybe few minutes and you can select a topic. And thereafter we can, since it is already known one, it is familiar to you, therefore we don't need to complete, we can complete it later. But when we come to the next class, next session, I highly appreciate if you can complete this. And then we can go through these activities, we can discuss and we can share our experience. At the end of the survey, I included a form. If you don't have user accounts in the SDC LMS, right? You can fill this part. Then I will create Moodle account for you. Then it is easy. And I will create a blank course in your user account, right? Or otherwise, but my advice is you can start this activity in your real LMS. If you, for example, if for the management faculty staff members, they can create, first we can plan, and thereafter we can create a section based on this activity in our real LMS. We can hide it, then the student don't see, and then it motivate, then we can conduct at least the selected session using the flipped classroom concept. Right, okay, do you have any question or while we are working? First we can, I also will type here. I will open the questionnaire as a user. Right. Right. Before start this activity, do you have any comments? Maybe you have already used this flipped classroom, and then I highly appreciate if you can share your experience. Or if you have any question, we can discuss. Right. Now, when you use your university email, I restricted this form only for the university email address holders can access, right? Therefore, when you log in again, you can see you can edit this, right? I selected actually the database management systems. It is a topic we practice this in our second year general IT course, database management system. Yes, during the session, I am helping for logging issues. I think you can type in the chat box, maybe if you have any right. I think this is also we can update this later maybe. Since the most important is this part, prepare pre-class content, right? Now I think we can discuss about this, prepare pre-class content, right? Then what type of content we can prepare using Moodle tools. I prefer if you can answer based on your experience rather than just now I explain, I just show you a list of tools, right? I again, give me 1 minute. I have to help someone in the LMS, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I'm Tamara speaking here. So, මට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ මේ temp 8 එක enter කරාම LMS postgraduate certificate diploma programs faculty of management studies and commerce කියලා එකකින්
Oh.
ඒක තමයි මට
මම දැන් link එකක් එවුවා click කරන්න බලන්න මම කෙලින්ම PID එක එන okay course ID එක share කරගත්තා direct message එක.
Using Moodle activities to create a quick classroom. Oh.
Yes.
So do I have to prepare another password? No.
No. Because since these are temporary ones, then later you can, while you are filling this form, ඔයා මේ form එක පුරවන ගමන් මම අර form එකේ යට තියලා තියෙනවා SDC එකේ account එකක් නැත්නම් අපිට email එක දෙන්න. මම ඒකට create කරලා මේ username password එවන්නම්, right? මම මේක දැන්ට හදන් ආවේ temporary, right?
Thank you.
Yes, I created temporary, as I remember, about 100 accounts, right? But it is better if you can create account with your email address, right? Then you can fill this, when you fill these details, right? You can fill the second part, but only if you need account in the SDC. We cannot use the same email address twice. If you have a if you have account in the SDC, right? But doesn't matter if you forget, you can just type it here. I will check and create later and send you. But most important thing is, okay, shall we talk about the what kind of tools we can use what kind of tools to create pre-class content? Now, if you select a topic, right, then we have to discuss this part. But since we have a limited time, right? I think we can discuss about this first, and then based on your, sometimes you may not have the course outline now, right? Then later, please update this form. Then the next in the next session, then we can go through and first we can discuss few of the plans, and then we can create our own Flip Classroom using these Moodle tools. Right. Okay. What type of tools we can use? Right. First, I think you can see my screen, right? I will click turn editing on, and then I will show you my course page, right? When you click add an activity or resource, then you can see the list of activities and resources, right? List of activities and resources. But in addition, you can install third-party tools. There are many third-party tools. For example, suppose if I need to, I can create a kind of a instructional video as a pre-class resource, right? Then it is better not just record my video, right? You can try this software, Active Presenter. This is free. The issue is it will add a small banner. The banner size will increase when the banner size will change based on the duration of the video, right? Even or otherwise, what you can do, you can create 2 videos, right? This is a very simple tool, Active Presenter. You can install in Windows and Mac computers, right? Then this is almost like the Camtasia, right? You can capture a screen, and also you can create interactive videos, right? I created this video using Active Presenter. Now you can see here, there is a banner, right? Since I'm using the pre-version, or you can highlight, right? The other tools are, here you can see, we can use the lesson tool. It's a kind of, when you click a tool, then you can see a brief introduction about that tool. The lesson activity module enable a teacher to deliver content and or participate activities in interesting and flexible ways. A teacher can use the lesson to create a linear set of content pages or instructional activities that offer a variety of paths or options. I explain it based on the answers. You can redirect students, right? Then I think here you can see the quizzes. Or quizzes can be used as a pre-class activity. First, we can give a few lessons or videos, or maybe here you can see these are the main difference between activities and resources. Resources are kind of documents, or we just use these resources to share content, right? Then, for example, you can share files or folders. Sometimes you can share when you have many documents. You can use folder, right? I will create a folder and share a few documents with you. Again, I will click here now. Right, then based on the video or lesson, or maybe file, or maybe folder, right? Then we can create a quiz. Now, when we create a quiz, normally what we do, we create a quiz after activity, right? But there is an option in the quiz. The quiz only visible if student, you can control it. I can show it here. Now, I'm not sure whether you can read since the font size is, sorry. If you can see here, this is only just example. I didn't include many activities. You can see here, mandatory reading for the week. I have given few videos. And thereafter, here you can see, this is called pre-test. It is a quiz. Restricted, not available unless the activity. Pre-test, understanding fundamental terms. This is the name of the pre-test. Is marked completed, right? This is actually the yes, this is hidden if a student not completed this part. This assignment is hidden until student complete this part. There are different ways we can check. These are not 100% perfect measures. Like sometimes a student can open a book, right, and thereafter they can just close it. Then it will be marked as they access the book, right? Right, these are the tools. I think now now I can stay here maybe few minutes, but I would like to stop discussion of new concepts. Actually, there is no discussions. As I explained, we prepare these 3 sessions to create a kind of a classroom, flipped classroom activity, right? Therefore, I think it is better if you can, then the next day, I think after 1, maybe 2 weeks, is Yapasa is here? Hello, sir. Yes, I think since the Senate is started, then many has left, right? But we will inform through an email. The next day, we will try to arrange it as a kind of practical session, right? We can select a place and inform you later. But it is better if you can study this. If you need, you can study this page. Right? Here you have detail about the potential tools. And then please prepare a plan for your one of your lecture that you plan to conduct in next semester, right? Then it is a kind of a motivation to use real materials. Right. We will send you a kind of a email with all the details, and also we have some extra materials. We will share this material, and then you can just this planning part only take few minutes. Maybe now the problem is you don't have sometimes you don't have the course curricula, right? When you have the course curricula, you can select a topic, and then you can change some parts of the scope, objectives, and then instructional strategies. Then we can select some strategies. For example, according to your selected topic, then you should decide what type of strategies you use. Then prepare pre-class content, and then pre-class activities. Sometimes they should submit a kind of a short essay, right? Then we can create it as a workshop. Then students should assess others' works, right? That is the importance of using the IT. If you have even maybe 75 students or 100 students, then when you go to the classroom, then you don't need to assess, right? Then you can get help from the students to assess others' essays or qualitative assignments. Then we have to plan how do we conduct the class, right? We can prepare a plan about maybe 12 minutes to give a brief about the pre-class activities or the material, or we can again give a few questions, and then we can plan and create few post-class activities. Then again, we can use tools like assignments or workshops, quizzes as the resources for the post-class activities. Then finally, we can get a survey or feedback tools to get an assessment and also evaluation. Again, we can use assignments for the step 6. Right now, do you have any comment, questions, or any ideas to share? Okay, then thank you very much. I will be here if you need. We can discuss. Again, I will highlight this is not as a kind of a general lecture or kind of a session, right? The purpose is convert one of our lecture or maybe 1 or 2 sessions into a flipped classroom, right? Then it is very important work together. Sometimes you may have issues like suppose you have to pursue you need to give a kind of a reading for these students. Then if a student thereafter we can give quiz, and based on the marks of the quiz we can redirect students to another resource, right? Then I know sometimes you may have problems of these tools, but sometimes you may have problems of how to arrange these flows, right? Then the purpose is I can help, and also if we arrange it as a kind of a workshop in the computer center, then I can arrange instructors, then we can help you. And especially for the management faculty, then we are going to start a new semester. Then please select at least one topic, and then we can try to convert and prepare, and we can conduct it as a flipped classroom activity. Okay, seems like don't have any question or comments. Then shall we stop now? I will share all these links with the Yapasa, and then we can share the material and this form, right? You can come back and update this form, right? I created it as a kind of a survey. You can log in and update your already submitted survey, right? Okay, then thank you very much thank you very much. I will stop the meeting, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you.